Today we're looking at the Light Cannon Girl from the brand new Hall of Heroes for February, but first we didn't do a video just yet. I did a social post last night. It was announced like 12 hours ago or whatever. But first, I wanted to touch on these brand new transmog designs. I'm sure you guys have already seen them. Some of them look very familiar. Like the Art Master looks like something we already have. The Druid is always interesting because you're always curious what he's going to transform into in animal form. The Sniper, hold on, let me take my... He looks normal until you realize, like, he looks okay, he looks cool, until you realize his gun is actually like a dragon skull. So that, I'm expecting fun things to come out of that. Marshall Cat she looks like a cam girl Twitch streamer. I'm sorry, someone had to say, I'm sure I'm not the only one that said that. These are actually kind of cute, these Hells. This is the first time we're getting Second Awakened transmogs for the Second Awakened versions, because we have transmogs on some of the 2A units, but we've never actually gotten the transmogs for the Second Awakened versions specifically. So that's interesting. All in all, I mean, the Art Master is kind of my least. He's good looking, he's nice, but he kind of looks like one we already have. I wish that we would get some transmogs for things we don't already have. But anyway, let's go take a look at the Light Cannon Girl now, because I'm very excited about her Hall of Heroes. So like I said, this is the brand new Hall of Heroes, Emily the Light Cannon Girl. Quick skill recap before we get into the actual battles. First skill is just a triple hit decrease attack bar. Second skill is the same one as Abigail. 8 hits. Potential the defense break on every single hit. She's great with additional damage too. This is a great skill. I really like Abigail. The fire one has the same one, has the same wild shot as well. And then the skill 3, this is kind of what I have a problem with, is attacks the enemy with a cannon gun that absorbs attack bar by 100%. That's not the bad part. Afterwards, inflicts damage on all enemies and stuns them for 1 turn with a 30% chance. That's the problem I have. That's the problem I have a problem. That is the problem I have a problem with. 30% chance. This goes up 10 more %, but really, this is so inconsistent. And then if it resists, it could just do nothing. It could decrease the attack age of 1 unit. It's not all units, it's just 1 unit. So it can do that and then potentially just not stun anything because either it didn't land from the skill or it got resisted from accuracy resistance checks. I feel like we're going to be a little bit disappointed today. Light Cannon Girl owners that have already summoned her a long time ago are like, yeah, welcome to my world. Perfect YouTube content. We have double LD Cannon Girls and we also have double Hell Ladies. Neither of those gets banned out. All right, do they get some strips? Of course. I mean, there's so many multi-hits. Focus 5 shots. I expect the strips from here. Let's see. Well, there's only one thing to strip here. Let's see if Emily gets her stuns. How many things does she stun? Resist the attack age absorb. So she does. I mean, the attack age absorb is kind of nice because then she could potentially, but I mean, she missed some stuns too. So attack age absorb is kind of nice, so she can CC and then she can come in and defense break multiple targets after that. So hopefully we get to see her attack age absorb. Did we really see her do much of anything? Like, you could have put anything in there. You could have put Tyrant in there. You kind of could have put, you could have put a lot of things that do CC in there, and I feel like they would have done probably just as good, maybe better. I don't know. It's a low chance. Let's see some more. Harmonia. I'm surprised to see Harmonia actually being picked. You usually don't see too much of Harmonia. Okay, critical error. Everything's gonna get cleansed up, increased attack age. All the immunities back. Let's see. They got 1 stun there. Increased cooldowns. Wild shot. They did the skill 2 instead of the skill 3. I mean, it was on purpose, obviously, but I would have thought that they would do the skill 3 into, absorb attack age into the skill 2. I mean, so far she's doing decent, but I'm not gonna say Shungpung didn't help her out. I feel like Abigail would have also been equally good here. Actually, I kind of feel like I might like Abigail here more, though. I really like Abigail. I think she's a great unit. You can also use this Hall of Heroes to skill up Abigail. I think that Emily potentially is good. I just wish her, like, if she stuns with skill 3, she's great. If she doesn't stun with skill 3, because it's a low chance to stun, then this is going to be a problem. So it's really all depending on your RNG. So if your RNG is great, then you should have no problem with Emily. you're watching right now, you're like, my RNG is not great. I'm going to have big problems trying to use Emily. Any control team. That's any control team. I'm so confused. But, you know, let's see it. It's C1. So, all right. Increase attack gauge. She doesn't have any strips, though. See, Abigail here would have done more. I am like the biggest Abigail fanboy. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. I was lying. Defense breaks. There we go. It's going to have to be a Ragdoll and Oliver showcase now. I mean, it's asking for an Oliver showcase. Oliver will Oliver will do what he needs to do. Yep, Oliver showcase. This did not show Emily whatsoever. Some of you are not surprised. Some of you that have her are like, wow, really? Tell me more. Magi FTW, by the way, they are, shout out to them. They also have a YouTube channel. They do anime stuff. Well, no, they do only one anime. You check them out anyway. But yeah, they are also a YouTuber, but not a Summoner's War YouTuber. They do, what is it? The one anime. Guys, you gotta see it. You just gotta go to the channel to find out. Because you're never gonna know what anime he does. I don't remember it. Then again, it's an anime. I'm not the biggest anime. Okay, so she did some stuff. Oh, this is the one we saw earlier with the double cannon girls. Hopefully we can see, and double hell ladies. Hopefully we can see some more of this. Bans out the more. I would have banned that out as well. Because how are you going to AoE? He's just going to steal a turn. He's going to do randomly either nothing or win the match. And no in between. Either one or the other. Okay, that's an exaggeration. That's an exaggeration. Let's see. Resistance. And it did nothing. That's what I was afraid of. I really do like Abigail, though. Also, Abigail's really good against, because the block beneficial effects, really good against Antares, really good against Masha, which are units that get picked a lot against control teams. So that's why I really enjoy picking Abigail. Is probably one of my highest win rate units. As crazy as that seems, she is probably one of my highest win rate units. Wild shot. All right. Wait, was that on Despair? Did that just stun with skill 2? I think that's stun with skill 2. That's not a bad idea. Because that's at least going to give her a second chance to stun, even though her chance initially is not really anything to write home about. So I think I probably would put Violent on her at first, and then eventually just be like, she's not doing it. Let me just try to put Despair on her. Be like, oh, actually, Despair is not that bad. Was this really an Emily spotlight though? My favorite team is back. Double LD Cannon Girl. Well, it's not double LD Hell Lady, but I hope they summon Asima because I want to see the double LD ×2. So they got strips, they got defense breaks, they got many multi-hits. Leica should not be much of an issue. They do not strip the Wusa. See, in this situation, I'm just going to say it again. I know you don't want to hear it. In this situation, wouldn't it have been fantastic to have Abigail? She could have stripped the Wusa, even though Moore didn't get it. She could have done it, and then she could decrease the attack age, and then they could just keep controlling. And she also had element advantage. I'm just saying, again, I'm just preaching the Abigail, the beauty of Abigail. Bye-bye, Emily. This just makes me appreciate Abigail more. I say I'm sorry, but I'm really not sorry. I really think it's a solid unit. Final verdict, I'm really hoping this is going to be like a light Kung Fu Girl kind of situation where she gets included as a Hall of Heroes. People are kind of on the fence. Some people like it, some people don't like it. And then so long down the road, she gets included in a balance patch. She becomes completely ridiculous. So hopefully, Emily will at least get a 100% chance to stun with the skill 3. I feel that's the least that they could do. It's not even consistent. That's not even including things that don't get stripped, or things that resist, or things that are immune to CC, or like Josephine, which will get a turn and shield everything up. So I really feel like this should at least be 100% chance to stun. before accuracy, resistance, and everything else, but I'm hoping that these cannon girls in general get included in a balance patch at some point in the future. I'm really and then also this one. I mean, I have her built and I never use her. Abigail is fantastic. I don't know if you guys know that I really like Abigail. Abigail, I think, is fantastic. The skill tree. I would just rather have Abigail in every, maybe not every spot that we saw today. I feel like in most situations that we saw today, Abigail would have done better than Emily. Bella's pretty good too. Can't complain about Bella. But I just feel like just seeing Emily and thinking about Abigail, I would have rather had Abigail in probably all those situations, at least most of those situations. So like I said, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always, build Abigail in the next one. Even though they have Hey Gang, we should mathematically be okay. There we go. Let's cycle. We get these this way. You know he's gonna proc. You know he's gonna proc. We can giant net. I kind of felt like they were gonna concede right there. Usually you see the giant net go out, and a lot of times like victory. Okay, let's do some defense breaks. Oh, look, we got defense breaks on everything. How often does that happen? Well, it's Abigail. She has 8 hits. She has 8 hits. It's gonna happen. That's the beautiful thing about Abigail. Did I mention that Abigail's a really good unit? I don't know if I mentioned that. Probably didn't. I'll mention it again. I like Abigail. I think she's a good unit. It's ping ping. Yeah.